Hi, guess what? It's still the same day, and I'm going to join these two together. I had to do a little bit of glazing for about an hour, and I decided to use my heat gun to dry the two pieces. It's a little paint stripping heat gun, uses electricity, not propane. I prefer that. And It's controlled drying. The reason I decided to do that too, because leaving them overnight, you get drafts and such, and I'm firing a kiln tonight. So basically, you can get drying that's not quite even. Whereas if you keep the wheel spinning and use a heat gun and you set it up with a clamp so that it actually is a controlled way of drying the piece. You know, as it spins, you'd have this level, this level, this level, and basically you know just what you've got. So I did it, and I got two pieces dry. These are the two, and it's quick to join them together, so it's a 5-minute video. All right, so basically this piece is ready. You should always re-measure, because you're drying them, they shrink a little bit. This is exactly right. That's what I said it was before, because I haven't dried the rim, it's just the body down below, so that they will actually support each other. And this one is exact, so basically it's ready to go. And all you got to do is be a little courageous, because you're going to turn this one upside down without dropping it. All right, so all right, it didn't drop. You place it with a bit of courage and right in the right place, because you can't move it once it's going to be. Take a look before I let the weight go on the piece. I'm going to take a look all the way around. All right, so it sits there. Ta-da! And then you're going to cut it off. Get my little harp. All right, if you haven't seen this, I got this in England a long time ago. It's basically a piece of angle iron. It's got markers every ½ inch all the way up, so you can cut slabs with it if you want to. But it's cool because I can hold it with one hand, hold this, and just pull it through. Keep pulling upwards so you don't let it sink into the piece. And I'm steadying the piece with my left hand, and you lift it off. That is the best way of actually. And now I'm going to press the two flaps north, south, east, and west. The reason for that is that the clay, if you start here and work your way around, may actually move a little bit. So by tacking, it's a trick I learned from seamstresses, sewing people. They will tack before they sew the whole thing together so the fabric doesn't stretch. You never know what you're going to learn when you go somewhere and talk to people. So now I've got like 8 tacks in it. I'm going to go in the middle again. See, the clay is still soft because I only dried from here down and from here up, just so it would support. And it's not super dry anyway, it's just firmed up a little bit. Now it's tacked so enough so I'm doing the same movement on the inside, just pulling the bottom flap up. All the way around. Now I knew what I was going to throw when I threw these. I wanted to get 2 big bowls with, you know, the top piece doesn't have a bottom to it. But I don't know what I'm actually going to end up with. Even though this is a big vessel, I've still not decided if I'm going to make it into a pitcher, a large urn for wine, storing things in, you know, liquids or dry things. So it could be a pitcher. I might make flat lids for these. And so I have an actual choice of using it with a lid. But I'm going to put two handles on for sure. So I could maybe show that tomorrow. The one mistake I've made with these in the past is making them too tall. And then I can't fire them in my electric kiln. They only fit in my gas kiln, which is a little restrictive because the gas kiln does give things a little different look. So if you're ever going to do something like this, make sure you measure your kiln first. Okay, so they're joined all the way around. Okay, foot pedal where I can reach it. Now this is a bit dry, so I'm just going to wet it a touch. Not too much. I'm not going to wet the piece at all. Let's see if I can position this so you can see. You don't need to see the bottom of the piece. Alright. Now, getting it spinning. That's a good speed, so I'm going to take my foot off the foot pedal so I can steady myself better. So now I'm just smoothing out the join. The kiln is turning on and off, if you can hear it in the background, and it actually changes the speed of the wheel just a little bit as it sucks power out of my building, and the wheel is responding to the click of the wheel and of the kiln and slowing down a touch when it turns the kiln on. See, it's slow there because the kiln just turned on. I wonder if that's meant to be or not. I'll ask my electrician next time he comes and does something for me. As long as you don't stop with the pressure on your fingers on the piece, it's really not going to do much. Okay, that join is now permanent. It's all the way around. You can still see a little gap there. But tomorrow, when this is firmed up quite a bit, I will actually rethrow the piece in the upper half. It's mainly the join I just wanted to get done at this point. Because if I pull, I don't know, it's fairly dry down there. I can actually try to do a little pull tonight. It's definitely slowing down with that kiln. Give it a bit more speed, maybe that won't make it a bit more. There you go. Is it going to hold without flying off? It's going pretty fast at this point. The bigger the piece, the slower you should spin it because of centrifugal motion makes things fly out. I planned on doing this part tomorrow. But it is holding up. I don't see any buckles anywhere. Remember, this was only thrown like an hour and a half ago. See anything buckling? Nope. 25 pounds of clay and 7 pounds of clay are the sizes. The metal rib is nice because it actually supports the clay, so the clay can't give at any one point. It pulls a little bit of clay off on the metal rib too. I think I will slow this down a bit though, because that's spinning pretty fast for a big piece. But I want to finish my pull. the storm that was with us most of the day has passed over now, so it's fairly calm out there. There we go. That'll keep it going overnight tonight. So the join is somewhere around there, and so it's very thick in that one little section there. So a good thing to remember is that clay needs to be fairly similarly thick in places so that you don't have the kiln heating up an area where it's thin really fast and then the other area stays a bit cool, because you can get cracks in pieces. So just remember that when you're actually working on things. It's very thick here, it's thin down there, and then it's thick in this little area here. So with this metal rib, tomorrow when it's a little firmer, I will hold this on the inside and I will actually scrape away as it's spinning some of that thick area so that it isn't quite, basically uneven for cooling and drying either, because you want it to dry out evenly as well. So, but that's 2 big pieces I've put together today. So, all right. So you can tell from my hair that it's COVID times. I haven't had a haircut since March. So, but anyway, that's October now. So what's that? 3, 5, 7 months? Yeah, I haven't had the hair this long since I was a teenager. But alrighty. So this is Vaughan Smith at Westcote Bell Pottery in La Have, Nova Scotia. And check out the other videos, and if you like it, just subscribe, and I'm hoping to do a lot more videos over the winter. I've got a lot of things I want to try and do, including showing you how to take photographs of pieces for applying to craft fairs, and also marketing. We could talk about marketing and stuff. I've done it for 47 years. All right. Well, thank you for joining me and spending a couple of minutes. This is only 12 minutes. All righty. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy.